Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days drops you into the retro and vibrant year of 1980, where a zombie outbreak is washing over Walton City, Texas. You start your playthrough with a choice of survivors desperately looking to escape, each with their own strengths and weaknesses. You'll take these survivors on missions that you plan from their safe house, and as you build your group, you'll be able to task additional members with additional duties, like weapon crafting, growing and cooking food, or taking care of their various needs, like sleep or mental stability. The game is highly focused on real consequences to your actions, carefully planned stealth over going in guns blazing, and making hard choices that will impact your group. I was able to play Into the Dead ahead of its early access release, and figured I'd take the opportunity to show you folks some of the early game footage and round off with some of my first impressions after a few hours of gameplay. All that said, let's get into the good stuff and see how things stacked up. Right, we are trying out Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days today. Now, I do want to say a very quick thank you to the developers. They hooked us up with an early access key, which has allowed me to make this video, but we're not sponsored or anything like that. It's just a free key that we've been given for the game. So we're going to jump straight in. This is going to be my first impressions, and we'll let this play out. Now, I played the demo for this game a little while ago, and I'm already noticing that Tracy and Wayne are new. They were not in that demo, so I'm already intrigued by these guys. Melee damage is significantly increased while on low health. Survivor is resistant to morale loss from low needs. Alcohol items cannot be consumed. Gains adrenaline state from damage, which boosts morale. Can craft moonshine. And spending a phase without leaving the shelter results in morale loss. Wayne really likes to get out there, huh? Okay. Looks like the others are the same as the demo, but to give you guys a basic rundown, obviously every duo has their strengths and weaknesses. This last one in the three is always a weakness. I was a big fan of Daphne and Penny. Penny was really good, but I feel like since these two are new, we'll try Tracy and Wayne. Okay, barricades are in bad shape, and there's barely enough here to survive. Okay, this is already a new shelter to the one in the demo too. I like that, something new for us to try. So let's see, barricades will be here. We got here, small repair. To be honest though, we've got like 4 days. I don't think we do really need to do much there. Let's see, is there anything else that we can be doing in the hideout? So we can make lockpicks. We definitely want to try and make one of those. Very, very handy. Let's go ahead and swap our characters to Tracy because she doesn't mind being here in base. So we're going to go ahead and make a lockpick. And Wayne, I'm probably going to have him go out on a mission. So we'll head down to our little mission table, and we'll get going. It looks like this is the only one we can pick right now. No. Okay, we've got other options. This is our base. Anti-maze, truck stop, diner, weapons, base resources, medical food. Okay, so the container yard looks like it has more available for us. You know what? Let's start with the one with the fewest supplies. I feel like this would be a good early start, right? We've got a makeshift knife. We're going to need that. Let's start with our second loudest weapon as well. Again, I'm going to relate back to playing the demo here. Noise on weapons was a crucial statistic because basically this skillet has a lot more noise. So what that means is when we attack a zombie, we're more likely to draw attention. Blunt weapons are not the best for that reason, but I feel like that's okay because right now we're at the start of the game, so maybe we want to use those a little bit more, you know? Okay, we're on site. Let's see what we can do. I really like that you have like basic controls here with the doors, like we're able to like peek through, not just open it. I'm just giving it a second because I know the zombies can patrol and we can hear one, but it looks like we might be okay in this first room. Please sign in when you arrive.
How about no?
I'm here, but I'm not signing in. Now we can duck into cover there behind that desk as well, so we could always just avoid this one, but they are going to be in our way, I feel. So let's take them out. So we only got one assassination there before our weapon broke. This is the problem with like knives, even though they're a better choice, they break super easily. And there's one. Sounds like there's more than one up there too. Yeah, see, there's a second one there. So what I could do is just duck in here, maybe. I'm gonna take all. We can drop down safely. We know this room is empty. We've got this stuff here. We'll take all of this as well. Now we can unbarricade this, which is hopefully gonna give us some more options. One in here sleeping, looks like. Maybe one upstairs. But again, we know this is okay. It's so creepy knowing they're just like in the background too. And if I alert one of these zombies, say if I were to get attention here, that one in the background would come forward, which would be an even worse day for us. So there's one in this area, and it does seem like it's just the one. Doesn't look like there's anything up here. Is the window just there to allow us to drop down? Looks like there's a plank up on the roof, so we must be able to get up there somehow too. God, this is creepy. I'm expecting one of these zombies to just get up at any moment. Okay, we got one above. My trouble is, I don't know if these zombies are dead. If I alert one of them, are these ones all gonna get up? Is that a weapon? That is a weapon, and it's got a lot less noise. Let's equip that. We might be able to kill the one up above us, and we can do it quietly. Or do we need to kill this one? Doesn't look like we do. Shut that door. Oh, okay, there's one here. Still does not seem to have noticed us. All right, let's explore another avenue here. Now, we know there's one in here. Perhaps we can take this one out quietly. Yep. Okay, and make sure I have another weapon equipped. I think this is the exit. So that leaves us with like one unlooted area. So I think we go investigate that. Okay, he's just stood there, eh? I know the zombie is right outside that door right now, so I'm gonna wait for it to patrol away. Now I'm gonna go for it. Okay. One thing I do notice, which was a real pain point for me in the demo, was I was able to hit that zombie several times without receiving a hit. In the demo, it was like once you'd made 3 attacks, you pretty much had to receive a hit in return. It seems like they've changed that now, and that makes me very happy indeed. This looks like the exit. Pretty safe first mission, all in all. Let's see what kind of supplies we got from that. We got quite a few supplies from that. I am very happy with our results there. I'm gonna need some barricade reinforcements. So I think if we have Tracy do those, potentially grow some crops first, I don't know. But are we gonna move on too quickly, you know? Let's go ahead and try it. Let's take the risk. We are gonna need some more weapons soon. This is what I want to go for first, a weapon bench. I want to go for a weapons bench so that we can start crafting knives and things like that. Before that time, we're going to be using what we pick up, and we're going to have very limited weapons. I like this need to kind of keep things in check. A little bit of base management. I suppose that's the Project Zomboid player in me. Really enjoys the running around the base sort of part, maintaining things. Okay. I think that sets us up for our next run. Bring one of these as well. All right, let's go on mission number 2. All right, now this place had a lot more supplies, so I'm hoping that we find some useful stuff here, maybe weapons. Now, I don't know if we need to get rid of this guy. It doesn't look like there's any places for us to hide, so I feel like we might have to when he turns around. Is he not going to turn around? I mean, he was on patrol. If I have to fight him, I'd rather equip the skillet, so let's do that, I guess. I will say, I don't like that I have to take hits when in combat. That is one of the things that, like, I think it's my biggest gripe. Sounds like there's one sleeping right here, and I don't really want to go stepping on him, so you're gonna climb over. No, they're in that container. So it's this container that maybe we don't want to go creeping through. Let's try this one. What do we got here? Some meds to treat sickness. Got one wandering underneath us. So there's been survivors up here. It's cool. Can I like jump across? Do I have to run and jump maybe? So we can jump across. It's given us another option. Oh, and there's another one. Okay. I'm just gonna wait here to see what patrol path these guys take. It does make me wonder if I can reach that container. I do want to see if I can reach this container. I'm gonna try it. I don't know if we can, but go on, Wayne. Yes. Good lad. It's not anything in here, so I guess we just jump straight over to the next one. I like that there are these extra elevations, though. I really like how, even though it's a side scroller of sorts, I like that there's still these interesting pathways around the map. So we need bolt cutters to get in here. We should remember that. I want to get to that telescope up top. I know what that telescope does, and it will unlock like new areas for us to explore and loot. Oh, I don't like that. What? Zombie. I'm gonna wait for her to patrol back away from us and catch her on the way. There we go. Make sure we do so nice and quietly. We've got a video camera. Unidentified pills applies a random state. The world building in this is really good too. I love that. Again, even though it's a side scroller, they've put like a lot of effort, man, into making sure this world feels lived in. So we've discovered 3 new locations: Fire Station, Victory Meat Processing, and Walton City Water Treatment. Oh, okay. 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 Jeez. So jumping across woke that one up. I guess there's like a matter of decision making, though. Was it worth these supplies? There were quite a few supplies. Testing our decision making skills. That probably wasn't the wisest decision considering Wayne was already injured. But our inventory is full, so I think we can call it quits there if we can find the way back that we took. Now I know this is clear. Shut this door behind us and run for it. Okay. Woo. Right, I do want to build this. I feel like we should have Wayne build it because he's injured. Give him some time at the base, you know. Tracy is hungry. Do we have any food? We do have some meds. So we could give Wayne a medical kit. Use. So he's going to be healing at the end of this phase now. We do have some junk food. I mean, it's better than nothing. And we're going to get some vegetables soon. We've just got to hold out until those vegetables are done, right? She is currently, what state is she in? Depressed. Treated by recovering morale at the communal area. Can I find other ways of boosting morale? Temporary restore morale. You could have a beer. Let's try it for science. Oh, Tracy couldn't use alcohol. That was right. That was her negative trait. So the question is, do I go out on a run and potentially break one of these items? Or do I stay, do some stuff at the base, and go out in the daylight when we can potentially repair some stuff? But it's going to take another phase to repair those weapons anyway. So I think we go with a safer bet. We go back to Hackett. We're going to clear what we can at Hackett. And that's going to be, in my head, a safer way to spend the night. Our weapon's about to break. Do we go for it? Let's go for it. Oh, they're at the door.
That's bad.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, I can't equip my weapon. I'm in a really bad spot here. Can we drop here? Yeah, I'm going for it. Come on, Tracy, run. Okay. Woo. That was a little bit too close to comfort. I feel like we have to err on the side of caution. Because, like, I want to clear the map. I want to loot everything. But was it worth attracting that zombie there? Probably not. Wayne is healed. Oh, Tracy is... Will to live. Melee damage is significantly increased. Flesh wound. If neglected, may fester and become a serious issue. Healing items are less effective. Treated with a bandage. I don't think we have a bandage, do we? Okay, we do. Can we build a medical station? Medical area, we need 2 more cogs. But we should be good to build a cooking area as well. Shouldn't, like, restrict our ability to build that. So let's go ahead and have her do, build that. I definitely want to craft us some weapons now. This is what we wanted. But we need cogs to make knives. Wow, okay. That's not what I wanted to see. Based on the fact that the durability isn't any higher on either of these, let's go ahead and make 1 knife. That's going to use a time slot, though. And I don't think I can have this person move to a different bench within their time slot either. Kind of wish we could have them use a time slot on 2 different benches, but it doesn't look like we can do that. So I guess that means you kind of got to stack up your tasks a little bit. What about food? How's this going? Ready in 1 phase. Okay, so we're gonna have food soon. We'll be all right. I really don't like sending him out on a mission without like more weapons, but I mean, maybe we send him back to the container yard where we know there's only like a couple of zombies left. Oh man, it's a tough one. Threat presence. Oh, very low here, actually. Let's go to Texway Gas. Let's do that. I feel like that is a safer bet. Okay. So this was a risk, but I felt it's a risk we had to take. Ah, okay. This is even better. Good that we can get some loot and a weapon. Oh, he climbed up on top of the car. Oh, that was... Okay. We're okay. We're all right. Seems like this room is pretty clear. This is Joe. Hi, Joe. I'm begging you, don't leave me for dead. Strong shoulders, extra backpack space. Gains an extra component resource for each dismantled item. That's good. Extra morale is lost when hunger is low. Let's take him in. Okay, we've just earned our first survivor, so that's good news. Oh, well, that was a glitch. We just assassinated that guy through the door. Okay. Ooh, a pipe wrench. Durability is very good. I would like to put this at the top spot in my inventory, honestly. Okay, this is gonna make some noise, but I feel like we're far enough away. Oh, I do like some of the assassinations. They've got some real weight to some of them. Okay, 2 new locations, cool. And it looks like this could be a potential shelter, so we could live here if we wanted to. I'm gonna take the risk and kill this one with the heavy weapon too. I feel like where available, we want to be using those high durability weapons for moments like this, right? Combat knife. A couple of bottles that can be made into weapons. Oh, they can be thrown. Oh, I love that. Okay. That is something that I really, really wanted to see. And I'm so glad that that's in the game. How would I go about throwing my bottle? There it is. So we press left click. It's in my hand. I can see it. I really like that we've got some more options than we perhaps did in the demo. We're gonna have to come back here. There's so much stuff. This is good news. This is a good loot run for us. A symbol has been hastily painted on the pavement near a manhole, partially covered by dust and grime. I believe this goes into our escape plans. Yeah. So this gives us like the rough area we can find further steps in these leads. While scavenging, look for leads. Gathering enough leads will unlock escape plans, which you can complete to achieve a successful ending. So that's our ultimate, like, overarching goal, is to complete an escape plan. I would really like to get a medical area. That needs to be, like, priority. I think we already have a cooking station, do we? Yes, and we can see that here. So we do have a cooking station. So let's see if she can do some cooking before she sleeps. She's gonna make some meat stew because we have 2 of it. So let's do 2 meat stews and then 3 of these, and that covers her daytime tasks. That's pretty low risk, but this place might have more weapons and food. Let's go for this place. We can't actually go to this one. It's outside our sphere of influence. Wow, this place has been trashed. Oh, there's another survivor. Hello. It is dangerous out here, yeah. Probably why you shouldn't be here. Hello, lady. Michelle, stand still. I've been in here since the big game. My husband, he never came home. If you're certain I can be of help, keyring, create more lockpicks when crafting at the workstation. That's huge. Loses less hunger each phase, but loses more rest each phase. We need everybody we can get, I feel like. So now we have 4 survivors. That's great news. While out scavenging, we heard a faint radio transmission. It seems to be an attempt to establish contact with someone outside the city. People are pretty hungry at this point, but thankfully, we have stuff for that. Let's give you a veggie stew. Michelle. Oh, is she in a trauma state because her husband died? Grief. A recent loss is causing ongoing emotional distress. Chance to start recovery by spending time in the communal area. So because her husband has died, she is understandably upset. I wouldn't mind if we put you to use with some crafting. We need another bed, and we need a communal area, probably, to deal with a couple of these negative states that we've got going on right now. This is pretty low investment, so let's have you build this. Let's build those bolt cutters. I want to see what's in that container. Now, I don't know whether you need 2 people in a communal area, but I'd like to assign Michelle here also, because she has a trait that we can get rid of. Now, I think this was the container, wasn't it? Yeah. Please don't be full of zombies. All right. It was not full of zombies. This is good. What we got here? Wood, metal, tape, electrical. Honestly, not the best outcome in the world. Was kind of hoping for a little bit more than that. Have we been in here? I don't know if we have. We haven't been in here. We almost missed this. Just goes to show, man. Sometimes you gotta check again. There's some good supplies. Somebody had a pretty nice setup in here, dude. Look at this. Got the generator up here. The workshop. Oh, ouch. Okay. So to explain what happened there, I was holding D to go right, and apparently I need to press S to use the ladder. That's my bad. Some more supplies, but man, I really wish we hadn't injured Joe like that. So we could move in here. It's cleared and ready. Does it bring benches with us? Survivors assigned to stations or map locations will be unassigned. Any crafting in progress will be cancelled or reimbursed. That doesn't answer my question of whether the benches move with us. Now, you know what? Let's do it. We're moving shelter. Consider this for science. I want to know if the benches come with us. They do. Okay, this is good. Let's see. What else can we get here? Barricade level 2. I'll get that yet. Can't get another bed. But we can build a dismantling station. Let's do that. That's gonna be a big one, I feel. I love the style. The style of the game is great. I love the 80s kind of look to it. I love the vibe that the game gives, the atmosphere. I like that it's found a way to offer like a couple of different ways to tackle situations now, which was something it was very much lacking in the demo. Is that a watch? Useful for trading. I didn't even know trading existed, so that's good to know. Okay, another fire station, Walton Taxi Depot. This is clearly another survivor base. I love how they've set this up. Wow. Ooh, chili con carne. Large amount of hunger when consumed. And a goulash. This could be huge. Let's grab that. I think we're going to come back for these, because what I can do is I can remove this chair, and then the next person to come back here can just swoop in here and grab those items. All threats cleared. You're now able to move in, and we got more loot here. This is perfect, so we can definitely come back here, hit this again. You know, you're not able to carry everything. We do have to prioritize, but I like that we can come back to a location later. Joe lost to Prest.
That's good.
Let's have a look at that dismantling bench. I feel like that would be good to work out right now. This pretty much confirms for me. I feel like we go weapon bench and then dismantling bench. Could potentially even surpass the weapon bench at the start if you wanted to and come straight for this. But the amount of supplies we're getting from these is massive, and they only take up 1 each. Oh my god. So you could do 5 of these in one night. Yeah, that's huge. Dismantling bench way up there at the top. We need a medical area, so let's get one of those. Now, is this the tutorial house? I think it is. Already, I recognize the background. I think it is. I can't remember whether this was like the first place you explore in the demo or whether it was like the tutorial mission. This one's just nice and quiet. No issues there. There's nothing in the kitchen. Practically nothing going on here. Vantage point. Old Bollard and value records. Yeah, this is taking us back into this bit of the game you could play in the demo. Nothing on this radio. Finally, a use for our lockpick. Ooh, hatchets. Rusty and worn, but can still strike with deadly precision. Some good supplies. I think I'd like to play I want to try like a more risky mission coming up. Let's go with the fire station. Let's try it. I would say what's the worst that could happen, but we know what the worst that could happen is. And it seems quite likely as well. Damn, dude. This place is a mess. That's the captain, I'm guessing. Jumping over that desk is probably going to alert it, right? We'll come back to this. We got here. Yeah, okay. He's looking at the door. Does he turn away? It does not seem like they do, which is going to make going in there. We know there's going to be a confrontation if we go in that room. Looks like we can get up to the roof. Now, I think we're going to use our knife on this one. If there's one on the roof, I can use my hatchet on that one. Oh, we still got one more use. Okay, good. Okay, this door's barricaded. I really like the puzzle aspect as well, having to figure out the best way of doing things. In fact, I think that's like simultaneously one of the best and worst things about this game. You have to spend time figuring out what the best way of doing things is, but I also feel like some people might not like the fact that there is even a best way of doing things. You know, to have the choice of trying different approaches, all of which could work, right? But it seems like they definitely push you in the direction of like, hey, one of these approaches is going to work much better than the others. It's not a bad thing. It's just design choice, right? I wanted to use my hatchet up here, but with these 2 zombies nearby, I don't think I can. Okay, I feel happy with that. I feel like that was the right move. Oh, damn. I'm unsure if that was the right move. Oh, man, I don't think I can kill this one without alerting the one upstairs. I might have to sneak by this one. So we're going to duck in here, and I'm going to let it come past me on the way back and shut the door behind us. Okay. Close. Oh, man. This is so rough. I think I can hear some angry movement. Oh, maybe we're okay. Maybe. Okay, this was blocked. Could we loot in here? Oh! Oh, the broom fell over when we opened the door. It actually woke it. Oh, I love that though. I really like that. Oh, multiple zombies. So we can't engage with those. How do we come past this one? Okay, we made it. I know there's more of that place that we could have checked out, but I think we need more quiet weapons to do that place justice. And I think we made the right decision just taking what we can, leaving a couple spots to come back. And I think that's maybe one of the key parts of this game is realizing that, you know, you don't need to full clear somewhere on your first run. You can always come back to it. Definitely going to need to build a portable bed sooner rather than later. We now also have the level 2 workstation, right? So, or the level 2 weapon bench. Let's see what we got here. So before we had like one use in these knives. Now this tomahawk has multiple uses. It's fast. It's got a little bit more noise than a knife. It's about the same as like the hatchets, I think. We might build one of these. We've got a decent amount of supplies. Ah, okay. I've just noticed this. This was something else that, oh man, I love seeing this. I love seeing this. So when I tried the demo, one of my points for feedback to the developers, I should mention I tried this at Gamescom last year, and I met the developers, and they seem like really nice folks, and they are definitely listening to feedback. So if you guys have feedback for this game, drop it in the comments when you try it for yourself. One of my main points of feedback were I like that we can make our own weapons, but in the demo all we could build was the hammer and the makeshift knife, and I think I want to say the other one was like a plank weapon or something like that. And one of my points of feedback was that in the early game, I felt like I didn't get enough weapons and I had to craft some, but I was using very, very valuable crafting supplies to do it, like this metal for a knife, right? My suggestion was, I think we need like an early game weapon that can be made, that is expendable, that is used up very quickly, but can be made with something that we don't require. And this, I think, the broken bottle is their implementation of that, because the bottles are used for distraction. So yeah, we can make a weapon from it with one use, and the only real thing we're using is tape and a bottle, right? And I really think that's such a good like trade-off, and I'm so glad that they heard that feedback and listened to it and gave us this option. Let's go gather up some of these supplies. And while we gather from a location that we've already been to, I guess I'll kind of talk my summarizing points for this, which is overall, I feel like this has been a big improvement from the demo. I like that there are distractions that we can use now with throwing bottles. I like that we have those one and done craftable weapons. I like some of these like encounters, like with the broom falling over in that closet and spooking the zombie, but we were able to react quickly enough and get out of there. And the world building is top notch. They have done a great job with the world design. I'm absolutely in love with the world itself. It is still a punishing game. There are still needs and wants of my characters that I need to take care of. I know that losing a character also has like drastic effects on your group. It's still a side scroller. I think people need to be aware of that because it might not suit everybody. They have managed to make really good use of the world despite it being a side scroller with elevation and hiding spots and stuff like that. But yeah, still something to be aware of. So having played my first few hours of Into the Dead Our Darkest Days, I can tell you I'm left very excited to play the remainder of the game. And while there are definitely a couple of things that I'd like to see improved further or changed in some way, overall I feel pretty positive about my experience so far. Now, of course, these aren't just my first impressions, and they may well adapt or change as I get further into the game itself. One thing to note especially is that I haven't had the chance to try firearms yet, and I'll be interested to see how those actually play out in practice. If you're looking into whether this game is worth purchasing for yourself, I'd say it's important to realize that this game is very much about decisions you make and the impact it has on your survivors, rather than just the thrill of gunning down waves of undead. It's very clearly designed to be stealth focused, with an emphasis on atmosphere, world design, and storytelling instead of combat mechanics. If you like games like This War of Mine, for example, this one might be up your alley. If you'd like to see a full review of the game or maybe some tips and tricks, let me know in the comments, because I can definitely see myself spending much more time with this game, and if you guys want to see it, I'd be happy to oblige after I finish a couple of playthroughs. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.